Hey guys, Dino DVD. I want to do a kind of my favorite movies of various decades. I'm going to start with the 2000s. This would be 2000 through 2009. So, I'm just going to be my top five. Coming in at number 5, a movie that is coming out on Blu-ray, by the way, in another month or two, and I will be getting this one. If you haven't seen High Fidelity with John Cusack in it, you really should. It's a great movie. It stars John Cusack, stars his sister Joan Cusack, stars Jack Black, has a numerous cameo appearances by Bruce Springsteen. Don't ask why, he's just in it. This guy, the main character here, played by John Cusack, unlucky at love. He's had a lot of loves over his life, and he's big on a list, so he'll do like the top 5. So it's appropriate that I'm doing a top 5 with this in it as number 5. You do like the top 5 breakups of all time, or the top 5, worst kissers of all time, or whatever. So he's big on lists, and he's got a story to tell about every girl he ever dated, apparently. And you do see through flashbacks numerous girls he's dated and what happened with his relationships. Meanwhile, he owns a record store, and Jack Black is one of the employees in there, and Jack Black is hilarious in this movie, in my opinion. So anyway, John Cusack, High Fidelity, coming in at number 5 on my top 5 movies, or releases, I guess, of the 2000s. So, High Fidelity. Real happy with High Fidelity, and that's number 5. Number 4, I'm going to cheat a little bit. It's going to be 2 movies, because I don't think you can separate these movies one from the other very easily, and that's because it is Kill Bill Part 1 and Kill Bill, or Volume 1, and Kill Bill Volume 2. Great movies. Quentin Tarantino, of course. Really, I think, these movies do a great job of holding your attention and telling a pretty lengthy tale. You got a really interesting cast here. Of course, Uma Thurman, who I think's never been better. David Carradine, the late David Carradine. Daryl Hannah plays an interesting role in here, in this movie, or movies. And I think, you can watch either one without the other, but why would you? It's meant to be watched either together or shortly thereafter, I think, because they do certainly tie in with one another. Kill Bill 1 and Kill Bill 2. That's my pick for the 4th best movie, or movies, from the 2000s. Next up, at number 3 is, I really think this guy, he's a great actor. He's become a great director as well. He's one of my favorite directors, actually, of the last probably 20 years. And that is Clint Eastwood. And the movie, no, it's not upside down, is Mystic River. I have to get this on Blu-ray. I don't know what's been taking me so long. I guess I just don't come across it. I know it's out on Blu-ray. Winner of 2 Academy Awards, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, with Sean Penn and Tim Robbins. Tim Robbins has penned in a number of... Shawshank Redemption is one of my favorite movies of all time. You can see the cast here. You've got Sean Penn, Tim Robbins, Kevin Bacon, Lawrence Fishburne, Martha Gay Harden, and Laura Linney in this. Clint Eastwood, of course, directing. Just a great, great movie. Basic plot is a traumatic event happens to these young boys, and as they get old, and they keep a bond, and as they get older, another event pulls them together again. I guess that's probably about as much as I want to say about it, but it's a great dramatic movie. If you haven't seen Mystic River, you really should, and I really need to get this on Blu-ray. First of all, I hate these flipper cases, or whatever these things are called, where they pop open like this. The only thing I hate worse than this is when the disc actually flips, if you know what I mean, where you've got like just clear and, widescreen is on one side and something's on the other, and it's just a silver. I like the artwork on the disc. Call me nuts, but I like it. And I don't like these, whatever these cases are called. I don't care for them. So I need to get this on Blu-ray. But my 3rd favorite movie of the 2000s, Mystic River, directed by Clint Eastwood. At number 2, I'm a big fan of music, as you can tell by High Fidelity being on my list. This one makes my list also. It's got a music background. It is a true story, with an introduction by Cameron Crowe, who wrote the story. It is his life story, and directed it as well, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Anyway, Almost Famous. This is the Blu-ray exclusive. edition. I don't know really what that means. It's got this slipcase on it, which is kind of cool. You got to see the eyeglasses here. You can see the, yeah. Almost Famous, my pick for second best movie of the 2000s. Really like it. It was, as you can see, up for 2 Golden Globes, Best Picture, and the Academy Award winner for Best Screenplay. It really is a great movie, and you've probably seen snippets of it. This has got a great cast, and just really, really a lot of fun. Really like this. Best rock and roll movie ever. May very well be. Almost Famous. Story of a band that was almost famous, and more importantly, the story of Cameron Crowe and how he became a writer for the Rolling Stone at a very, very young age, and how he managed to do that. I think some of it's dramatized, but not excessively, I don't think. Good movie. Number 1, kind of another cheat like Kill Bill, but you can't watch one of these without watching all of them. And I got to give it to Peter Jackson. Who would have ever thought that you could take a book like The Lord of the Rings and turn it into a movie? Certainly not too many people I knew, because of the number of people that you need to have in this, because of the various races, because of some of the the songs and the poems and just the intricacies of the world that Tolkien created with this. You'd almost think it was impossible to make a movie that could do it justice. Well, Peter Jackson said, I can do it. And he did. He got the rights to it, did an outstanding job, and I can't wait to see The Hobbit. If you haven't seen this, I'm sure you have, but this is the U.S. release. It's got the black, and I really like the black cases on this too, for each of the movies. A lot of extras on this. Of course, it's the extended edition, so you get a lot of extras. I don't know why I'd ever want to go back and watch the other ones, except for the ones I first saw in the theater. But just a great, great set. Really well done. And for my money, this is the best movie or movies of the 2000s. The Lord of the Rings trilogy, Peter Jackson directing, a cast of thousands, as they say, and probably maybe not too far off from that. Some great CGI, but it's not. CGI doesn't make this movie. What makes this movie is the acting, the story, the attention to detail. I think my favorite of the three is still the first one, The Fellowship of the Ring, where the characters are introduced for the first time in the movie, and that ring gets thrown into the fire in the first moments when you think that, but when Gandalf thinks that maybe it isn't the One Ring, maybe it's not, and then all of a sudden those letters appear, and Frodo says, "Wait a minute, I think I can see something." You can just see Gandalf be deflated, and just the whole Hobbiton and the look of the Shire and the characters, the hobbits, how those looked, and Gandalf, oversized in this little hobbit hole. That for me is my favorite movie of the three. But certainly the last one's got something to be said for it as well. They all do. Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, Return of the King. For my money, the best movie of the 2000s. I'll be back, guys, with another one next time, the 1990s, and I'll be going back to the 1930s ultimately. So hopefully you look forward to these, my top 5 from every decade. Take care, guys. Dina DVD. Please subscribe if you are so inclined. But even more important than that, to me anyway, make a comment or like it. That tells me that what I'm doing, you may appreciate. All right, guys, take care.